Telkom has installed network fibre at Soweto's Orlando West High School. The fibre will give learners access to fast and efficient internet. Telkom says the fibre network is reliable and cannot be easily stolen. Our reporter Naledi Matlapeng spoke to Telkom CEO Sipho Maseko earlier today. Watch.
At Orlando West High School, where Telkom has just installed fibre and internet connectivity. This will ensure that the students here are able to access internet on a daily basis so that they can do their assignments and they get their work done on time. Joining us to take this issue matter is the CEO of Telkom, Mr. Sipho Maseko.
Yes, hi.
Good morning, Say.
Morning.
Could you tell us what are the benefits of this initiative that you've just done here today?
Well, a couple of things. Firstly, as the world develops and changes and technology becomes the key critical tool to access services in the future, it's incumbent upon us to ensure that nobody gets left behind. And therefore, the platform upon which you can be able to do that is when you have the right infrastructure, which is fibre. We started rolling out fibre in Soweto. We started off at Deep Kloof and Orlando West and Pimville. And for us is therefore to bridge the digital divide, make sure that everyone can be part of this future, and we're doing it in a commercially viable way, but at the same time making sure that it's inclusive, and it's a start of what we think is a great future for everyone in Soweto and many other townships to come.
So why did you particularly choose the school?
Well, the school has a lot of good history with it. Orlando West was founded in 1958. It's got a lot of many iconic South Africans who have been part of the school. Some of the most eminent people in South Africa went to Orlando West High, Desmond Tutu and his wife, Sipho Mabuse and all of those kind of people. And if you go back to the 1976 youth uprisings, one of the core areas was Orlando West, and as those youth back in 1976 were seeking a better future, we also believe that the current youth in 2019 also have a right to get access to a different future that is technologically enabled.
A lot of people are complaining about the high cost of data. What is that Telkom has actually done to actually reduce these costs?
Well, I mean, a couple of things. Firstly, Telkom costs are probably the lowest in the market. We spend a lot of our time at all times to make sure that the way in which we invest as efficiently as possible, number one. Number two is to bring the latest technology, the more modern the technology, the lower the cost of deploying the technology. Secondly, we take quite a lot of feedback from our customers, and we find ways and means in which we can introduce products and services that are accessible, both in terms of how we design those products and how we price them. It remains a challenge, but it's not just about data as well. It's going to be about devices. Devices also cost a lot of money because you may have the cheapest data that you want, but if the devices are expensive, we need to find a way in which we have that conversation. But more importantly, the content that needs to sit in those devices, that can be consumed through those devices. We also need to make sure that we can digitize it. Education content for a school like this.
Telecommunications and Postal Service Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams has lauded Telkom for the initiative.
As the department, we are working with the industry to say ours is to develop the policies and make sure that the regulations that we have enable them to be able to roll out the infrastructure that we want. As much as we are putting investment as some funds that we have allocated for the project, but the industry are the main drivers, as we have had Telkom here, and therefore what we're trying to do is to bring other players, as he has mentioned, above Vodacom and anybody else that can come on board. This we do simply because we want to connect the unconnected, and of course he mentioned the issue of the quality. As we are driving the fourth industrial revolution, the issue of speed and the quality of connectivity becomes very crucial, so that our people, as we talk about these machines that will be connected, they don't miss out. But most importantly, President Ramaphosa has called for investors. Therefore, if they are to come and make an investment in this country, we've got to make sure that we provide the best infrastructure. We will be establishing the Digital Development Fund in order to assist in ensuring that we roll out the infrastructure that we spoke about, so that we can realize the 2030 trends.